What's up, everybody? I just wanted to do a quick review of this Redmax leaf blower for my website. I'm doing a product review and life expectancy catalog that's going to kind of archive the life expectancy of various consumer products and certain brands. This one here is like 4.5, 5 years old, and I have ran quite a few tanks of gas through this thing. Now, I have seen scenarios where these devices can run for, say, 30 hours and have significant carbon buildup inside of them. You kind of got to take them apart and clean them up. So today I just wanted to show that this thing is still running, even though it is beat to hell, basically. It does need some love. The back case is broken off and everything, but this thing is still running and fires right up. I've pretty much been using a 40-to-1 fuel ratio on this. I don't remember what it actually calls for, but 40-to-1 is pretty safe. It's typically 35-to-1 is something you'll never see anymore due to emissions regulations. However, it is recommended for the lifespan of your engine. But it does still work, and the day it breaks down, I'm going to take this thing apart and talk about the failure modes. The first failure mode you're going to experience on this thing is the throttle. I did have to I just wrapped some tape around the throttle on this thing to kind of make it work a little better. It was working, but not as good as it could work. Yeah, see, it's still kind of in the wrong spot on me there. But other than that, it's doing just fine. Let's see if we got this throttle here. So, if you've been looking at certain brands and are interested to know how long one of these things lasts, because they do cost quite a bit, I'm going to try and provide that information. Okay, so this thing hasn't ran forever. So just to kind of show you how easily it'll still start up. It's been sitting all winter long, but I have always been impressed with how easy it starts. Starting to pop. So I haven't bothered to hook my kill switch back up. The back of this thing got broken off, and I just been connecting that back together to get it to turn off. That is in the off position. Eventually I'm going to put a switch back on it. I know it's kind of dumb to post a review of a broken piece of machinery, but this thing will just idle just fine when you set it down. It won't die. And I know it looked like I had a bit of a struggle getting it started, but this thing had set all year on a completely dry tank, so it wasn't even primed yet. And this thing doesn't really have a primer on it. It has the fuel pump with the diaphragm air pump, I believe it is. A little diaphragm inside of there, inside the carburetor. It pumps air into the fuel tank, pressurizing the fuel tank, forcing fuel up into the carburetor. Pretty cool little setup. Other than that, pretty much about used all that fuel up, and I am going to tear this thing down and take a look at the cylinder head and see how dirty it is after about 5 years, probably 4.5, 5 years of use. But I will definitely be buying this brand again for the simple fact that the engine runs so well. It's this old. Now that I've had it up and running, it'll probably fire right back up. Let's test that just to see that it is in fact a really decent engine. Nothing worse than trying to start a 2-cycle engine sometimes, you know what? Okay, here we go. It's almost like a paramotor engine. It runs that reliable. Not an ideal kill switch, but nonetheless, the fact that this thing will fire up and just idle like that speaks volumes for me. Even in this horrible condition, you guys can obviously see this thing's old and abused. This was not something I purchased. I bought this off a friend used. And I don't know how long he had it before me. I got it in this destroyed condition and haven't had to do anything to it except put some tape on the throttle. And even that turned out to be basically just a waste of time. It runs fine without it, I think. It could definitely use some work, and it's worthy of my time. So I'm gonna tear this thing down and give it a good cleaning. Might change out some of the fuel lines and stuff. I know the old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But this particular piece of equipment ain't something I want to run till failure. As I've said, I've seen these engines taken apart after just 30 hours of hard use, and the carbon buildup is significant. So this is a ported engine, I believe. It has no reeds or anything like that. So a good carbon cleanup and a new spark plug could probably do this thing wonders. I am hesitant because you've seen how well this thing fires up and just sits there and idles. On most engines, you got to give a little gas to get them to do that. This thing is literally as reliable as a paramotor engine. It just fires right up. It's definitely a good buy. I haven't used any other brand, guys, so I can't say, you know, too much about it. It is fairly light. It is kind of comfortable. I haven't really noticed any problems wearing it. I'm probably about ready for an air filter change. It does have a, I believe I washed the air filter actually. I'm not going to bother messing around with that. The air filter is this top canister here. And for the most part, definitely a good buy. I do recommend this device. As I said, when it fails, I'm going to post a video, and there will be a link in the description of this video to give you a good idea of just how reliable this product is. It's I hate going to buy a product and there's no information on how long it will last. So that's kind of the essence behind this website I'm starting. I am developing an archive of consumer product lifespan and other issues that happen along the duration of that product's life. Just because it's kind of a neat resource to be able to click online and look at a product you're about to buy and see some guy who's owned it for 5 years and it's still running just fine. That's just really awesome. So I do get paid for affiliate marketing in the links in my description, but that does not mean I'm putting crap on the website that isn't worth nothing. To do that would be suicide to my website. So definitely count on me only giving a thumbs up for good products. I would never endorse a product just to make money, because that's something that doesn't last, guys. I'm in this for the long haul. I am going to establish an archive of tools and other lawn equipment, consumer goods, that shows what they'll look like after a certain amount of time, and I'll be doing tear downs on those products as well. So if you think that's something that's going to be cool, then support this channel just by shopping through the links that I put in the description. Even if you don't buy the product in that link, guys, I still get a 6% commission for anything you purchase in that 24-hour cookie session. So, not trying to scam nobody. I'm just trying to build something on the internet that's awesome.